Miracles don't always happen in museums. Sometimes it's the morgue, a hospital, a random road, even a quiet, peaceful place. The unseen forces can be anywhere, turning pure imagination into unbelievable reality. And today's video is all about those mysterious moments that, if they weren't filmed, no one would have believed them.
A Michigan couple getting the shock of their lives when they got an alert from their security camera in the driveway.
You know, a lot of people believe in angels, and whether it's faith, comfort, or just a good story, sometimes a moment makes you pause. In Michigan, a home security camera caught something that had everyone talking. Late at night, the motion sensor went off. When the couple checked the footage, they saw a glowing shape floating above their truck. It looked like a figure with wings, almost like an angel.
It was kind of like really unusual. I've never ever seen anything like it.
I was like, wow. I mean, that is an angel.
The photos are exactly how they were taken. I choose to believe it. I think it's an angel.
The photo wasn't edited. It was exactly how the camera captured it. Even their pastor agreed it looked like something special. Some said it was a miracle. Others just smiled and said, "Looks like heaven sent a parking lot visit." Child by the grave.
The mother of a toddler who died years ago claims her daughter's spirit is caught on camera.
A mother's love really does go beyond everything, no matter what. One woman shared something truly close to her heart. She had lost her little girl a few years back, and since then, she often visited the spot where her daughter rested. Sadly, people had been taking toys and personal items from there, which was really upsetting. But then one day, something unexpected happened. Another family, who had a camera nearby, showed her a video. It clearly showed a little girl walking around the graves. The moment she saw it, she felt it was her daughter.
She had introduced herself and she told us that she had something really beautiful to show us that they had captured on their video camera. She showed me the picture, I started crying.
In the last part of the video, a man appeared walking with the girl. She believed her daughter was accompanied by another gentle soul in the heavens, and that day they were visiting her home. A familiar face.
Yeah, a Metro Atlanta mom says it actually shows her son's ghost.
Sometimes people say they've seen someone they lost, and not just in dreams. For many, seeing a loved one again, even for a moment, brings comfort. That's what one mom believed happened when her home security camera picked up something unexpected. She was watching TV with her daughter when her phone sent a message. Someone was at the front door, but when she looked, no one was there, except a clear human figure in the footage. She said it looked just like her son.
Well, that in the photo, there is a human figure.
Paranormal investigators also saw the image and agreed it definitely looked like a person. The mom said she felt happy knowing he was still around in some way. And honestly, it's kind of sweet.
I'm glad that she's happy. I'm very glad that she's comforted and that this brings her joy, because I wish more people would have that type of reaction to paranormal activity.
Heavenly guest. Funerals are emotional enough on their own, but sometimes something happens that makes everyone stop and stare. During a funeral service at a church in Niles, something incredible showed up on camera. People were quietly listening to the priest when suddenly a bright angelic shape appeared on the ceiling. It looked like a glowing figure with wings, a head, and a white robe. The moment was quick, so quick that no one in the church really noticed it right away. But the camera didn't miss it. Many believe it came to comfort everyone and show that the soul had found peace, must be managed carefully. Angel's push. Miracles don't always come with loud music and bright lights. Sometimes they happen in the blink of an eye on a totally normal day. In this clip, a woman was just walking on a footpath like any other day. Another guy was coming from the opposite side, and just as she was about to cross the road, a car and a truck crashed into each other. Both vehicles slammed into a wall right in front of her, and she stepped back at the last second, barely escaping. It seriously looked like something pulled her out of the way. Viewers say you can even spot a figure in the top right corner. Coincidence? Maybe. Still gave us goosebumps. Angel speed save. You know how in the DC comics, Flash runs so fast he's basically a blur? Well, this clip looked like something straight out of that. A bike suddenly came in front of a speeding truck, and just at that second, a glowing figure flashed in, grabbed the bike, and teleported it across the road. You could even see its glowing hands in the CCTV footage. The truck driver slammed his brakes and jumped out, totally confused. The biker looked shocked too, and the wildest part? That glowing figure just walked away like nothing happened, hood up, cool as ever. Some people online swore it was the flashing guardian angel. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Just in time. Helping someone at the perfect moment. It really makes you think, right? Like, how does that even happen so fast? This video was caught on a street camera on June 18th, 2017. It showed a really close call. A person, maybe a kid, walked onto the road just as a car came rushing toward them. But right before it could hit, a figure suddenly appeared and pulled the kid out of the way. It was super quick, like blink and you miss it fast. Some people say it looked like a ghost. Others think it was just a guardian angel. Either way, that save was wild. A second later, and the story could have been way worse. Angel at the mall. People love talking about angels, and sometimes it's hard not to when you see something like this. Back in 2011, a security camera in an Indonesian mall caught something wild. A bright figure came flying down, landed quickly, and took off again. It happened fast, but you can clearly see it. Right after that, a group of kids walked into the frame. They went straight to the spot where the figure landed, shining a flashlight and pointing. They definitely saw something real. The lighting in the video also changed when the figure showed up, which made it feel even more believable. Honestly, this one's hard to ignore. It just looks too real. The glowing prayer. Posted almost 2 decades back. This next video shows a strange moment that till date is a mystery for all. A man was filming a mosque in Azerbaijan when he accidentally captured an otherworldly figure. A mysterious, glowing humanoid figure was sitting on a carpet, just like other people. Without any fear of being caught, the glowing figure was praying. Strangely, no one, including the man, paid attention to it at that time. He noticed while he was reviewing the recording. The video was posted online, allowing netizens to share their theories. From a praying jinn to an angel from the heavens, people came up with different ideas. While the truth behind it is still unclear, it's a reminder of how other dimensional beings are living among us. Future Savior. A strange incident occurred in Turkey, where some people believe a man from the future appeared to save himself. The video shows a man walking when someone suddenly taps him on the shoulder. The person who tapped him then says, "Look behind you." After turning around, the man searches for the person who warned him, but by the time he looks back, the mysterious figure had vanished. The man was later interviewed and shared the bizarre encounter, leaving many to wonder if he truly met someone from the future, or if it was all just an odd coincidence. The final walk. There's something peaceful about the idea that the soul gently leaves the body when life ends. Many people believe that the soul continues its journey, even after everything stops. One CCTV video seemed to show that moment. It recorded a homeless man lying down, and it looked like he passed away while sleeping. A few seconds later, something strange happened. A faint shape slowly stood up from the body, like it had just woken up. It walked a few steps, then turned around and looked back at the body, almost like it understood. After a moment, it walked away calmly. The clip left many people feeling emotional. It felt peaceful, not scary, just quiet and still. It's moments like these that make you think maybe the end isn't really the end. Morgue wake up. Morgues are usually the quietest places around, cold, still, and not exactly made for surprises. But in one morgue in Tver, Russia, a CCTV camera caught something you don't see every day. A man was lying on a stretcher, completely motionless. For a few minutes, he just looked around slowly, almost like he was gathering his thoughts. And then, just like that, he sat up and stepped down from the stretcher. No rush, no panic, just a calm stretch and move. move. The whole moment felt more like someone waking up from a nap than anything else. Let's just say the morgue staff probably needed a break after that shift. Invisible backup. Sometimes ghosts get a bad rep, but not all of them are here to scare us. Some might actually have our backs. In this wild video, a man was walking alone when another guy started following him. The follower looked super suspicious. When the road cleared, he suddenly tried to mug the poor guy. But just then, something crazy happened. A shadowy figure came out of the victim's body. Yes, out of his body, and pushed the mugger away. The guy trying to rob him got so scared, he ran off without looking back. Whether it was a ghost, a spirit, or just a trick of the light, someone definitely got saved that day. Sleeping Beauty of Palermo. In Palermo, Sicily, there's a story that still fascinates many about a little girl named Rosalia Lombardo who passed away in 1920. After her death from pneumonia, her body was preserved by embalmer Alfredo Salafia. What's even more intriguing is that in certain videos, it appears her eyes actually opened, giving her an eerie, lifelike appearance. Her body was perfectly preserved, so much so that it looked like she was just sleeping. This phenomenon, along with the remarkable preservation, has caused many to question how this was possible, leaving us all wondering what's really going on with Rosalia's body. The Door Walker. There's this crazy clip recorded outside a shop, and it's definitely not your average footage. The video shows a man who appears to be a beggar sleeping outside. Suddenly, a guy in a black hoodie walks up to the shop, and here's where it gets wild. He doesn't even open the door, but somehow just walks straight through it like it's nothing. The guy in the hoodie grabs something from inside and walks back out. It's like he vanished into thin air. It's almost like he was a ghost. Or, who knows, maybe a time traveler. Stepping out. In one quiet room, a person was resting peacefully on his bed. Nothing seemed unusual until the camera showed something really clear. It looked like his soul slowly got up from the body, stood next to it for a moment, and then floated upward. You could clearly see how it happened. People who watch this video have different opinions. Some said the soul of this guy was caught leaving his body. Others believe he might have been possessed by some evil spirit. Strangely, the man was never seen after that day, making this smoky presence more mysterious. Could those be the last moments of that man, or something even more sinister? You tell. Floating practice. Levitating has always been one of those things that seem impossible, like flying without wings. But some people actually train their minds and bodies to try it. In this video, a girl can be seen holding a wooden stick in her hand, preparing for flight. Her feet gradually lifted off the ground, and within seconds, she was suspended mid-air. Without any external support, she was skillfully floating above the ground. Netizens went wild, assuming it might be a trick. Although many people believe she may be following specific steps and has been trained to perform this skill, to me, it looks as if she's been chanting some magical words to float mid-air. Invisible force. Offices can get pretty fun sometimes, but for this group, the day turned out. In the video, 2 women and a guy were having a normal work chat, just a typical day. Then, one of the women casually moved her hand, and the phone on the table started sliding toward the edge, almost as if it was pushed by some force. The security camera didn't record the sound, so no one knew what was being said, but the guy's reaction was priceless. People have mixed reactions to this video. Some think it's nothing but a clever trick, while a few claim it's a clear depiction of magic. What do you guys have to say about this? Windy wizardry. Talking about magical powers, have a look at this old guy standing near a bus, acting weirdly. You might be thinking, what's so special? Wait until he stretches his arm. His bag mysteriously rolled toward him, as if pulled by some unseen force. People standing nearby froze in their steps, trying to understand what they had just seen. Meanwhile, the man, after grabbing his bag, casually walked away as if he had done nothing unusual. It might have been just a casual way for him to draw his belongings, but for the eyewitnesses, this trick was nothing short of a wild move. Trolley magic. Grocery shopping can be pretty routine, but sometimes things happen that make you do a double take. In one mall, a little girl was picking something from the last row of a stand, when suddenly, a shopping trolley started rolling toward her. Just as it looked like the trolley was going to hit her, a lady nearby simply raised her hand, and the trolley moved right toward her. It was as if she had some kind of magic. The little girl didn't notice, but then the person who was using the trolley came running to grab it. Man with powers. Superpowers aren't just for movies. Sometimes they show up in the most unexpected ways. This video was shot somewhere in China and started off like a normal day. The person holding the camera was filming what looked like a regular photo shoot. Then, a man walked past quickly, but here's where it got interesting. His hands started to light up. He noticed the camera, panicked, and ran. The person followed him, and it looked like he got hit by a bus, but he didn't. He appeared again in another place, hands glowing, and then gone. Some think it was an ad or edited video, which makes sense, but if it was real, that's seriously cool. Real-life Hulk. You know how in movies, the Hulk can stop cars with just his hands? Well, this felt exactly like that. But in real life, one guy stood right in front of a car and literally pushed it back using only his strength. The wild part? There was a driver inside, stepping on the gas. The car should have been moving forward, but the man didn't budge. The driver even tried to push him away, but nope, the guy held his ground like a superhero. Then he pushed again, and the car rolled back while smoke came out of the tires. That's how strong he was. Seriously, if strength had a face, it would look like this. Gone in seconds. Security cameras are meant to catch everything, right? Well, this one caught something. A man was seen walking past a house, all normal at first, but just a few steps later, he completely vanished. Poof, gone. The Ring camera caught the whole thing, but there was no corner to turn, no car nearby, no place to hide. It was like he just walked out of the frame and out of existence. Sometimes, even the clearest cameras can't explain everything. Lake Walker. Okay, let's be real. Walking on water is something most of us only expect to see in cartoons or comic books, right? But this actually happened. It was a normal afternoon. That's when a person was spotted just casually walking on the water. Not running, not splashing, just walking like it was dry land. No fancy shoes, no boards, nothing under their feet. People around were shocked. And honestly, the same. It was like watching a superhero moment in real life. Whether it was skill, technique, or something we don't know yet, it was impressive to watch. Speaking Buddha. Shared almost 2 decades ago, this video still sparks curiosity among netizens, and no one has been able to explain it to this day. At a quiet Buddhist center, visitors noticed something unusual, a gentle movement in the lips of a bronze Buddha statue. It appeared as if the statue softly moved its mouth, almost as if it was speaking. The scene was calm, with nothing loud or dramatic, yet many people noticed it and paused to watch. Some called it a peaceful sign, others thought it might be a glitch. A few even claimed the statue was possessed by a spirit. With so many speculations and theories, the truth behind this speaking Buddha remains unexplained. Jesus' glance. There are always those videos that get people talking, and this one certainly did. A video filmed inside the Cathedral Chapel of Saltillo, Mexico, showed a statue of Jesus Christ on the cross seemingly opening its eyes. Some people saw it as a miracle, while others thought it could just be an illusion. The statue, reminiscent of the famous Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, sparked a lot of debate. It became a viral sensation, with many viewers still amazed by the footage. Whether it's divine or not, it's a reminder of how deeply certain moments can resonate with people's faith. Jesus' statue moves. You've probably heard about statues that seem to come to life, but this is something else. In June 2016, a video surfaced showing a statue of Jesus moving its head and staring directly at the camera, as if trying to warn people about something. Some people believe it was a miracle, while others say it's just an optical illusion. Not just that, but in 2017, a child filming a YouTube video noticed a crucifix behind him start to move, which scared him a lot. This video of Jesus moving its head left viewers amazed. Some people linked it to a holy warning, while a few claimed Jesus might be trying to communicate with humanity, miracles, or just strange coincidences. You decide. Statue's olive tears. Statues don't usually do much, they just stand there, right? But in a church in Hobbs, New Mexico, back in May, people noticed olive oil near the eyes of a Virgin Mary statue. It looked just like tears. The statue was inside Our Lady of Guadalupe Catholic Church, and many visitors came to see it. The oil kept appearing, and officials checked everything from inside the statue to the surrounding space, but couldn't find a clear reason for it. The church even tested the oil and said it was the same as olive oil. Honestly, whether you believe or not, that statue definitely had a moment. The moving statue. Statues are made to look real, but sometimes they look too real. In a crowded wax museum, someone shared a video from their visit that got people talking. The post looked normal at first, just photos and clips from January 2020. But one video stood out. It showed the movie legends section, and in the background, behind a famous figure, there was another statue. Its eyes seemed to move. Not just a shadow or a trick of light, the movement was clear. No holograms, no special effects, and no one around noticed. It was just there, a calm blink in a quiet room. And honestly, it's stuff like this that makes museums even more scary. Love on Tapao. Tapao Mountain in Vietnam is a peaceful spot where many people come to pray, especially to the statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It's a quiet place, full of hope. One day, during a visit, something gentle but powerful happened. The statue slowly turned around, and her gown moved right in front of everyone. People felt like it was a sign of love, like she was acknowledging the crowd and offering comfort. It wasn't scary or strange, just calm and beautiful. It's little things like this that remind people why they visit places like Tapao. Sometimes, just feeling seen can be a blessing in itself. A peaceful glance. People have always felt a deep connection to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Her statues are more than just art. They give comfort, hope, and strength. In 1994, during a Sunday procession in a church in southeast Sicily, something beautiful happened. A young man recorded a video of the statue of Our Lady of Sorrows, and in the footage, the statue slowly closed her eyes. Others around him saw it too. The video later aired on Sicilian TV and even made it into the local newspaper. People assumed she closed her eyes because she didn't want to see the pain of the world. That part really stayed with people. Ghost walk. Ghost stories are fun until you see something that actually looks like one. This happened at night in a forest, and yes, it was caught on camera. A white, see-through figure, shaped like a human, slowly walked through a locked steel gate. The gate wasn't open, it wasn't broken, it was completely shut. but the figure just passed through it like it was nothing. No noise, no struggle, just a smooth walk straight into the property. Some people said it looked like a ghost, others called it energy, but honestly, whatever it was, it moved like it didn't follow our rules. Maybe even ghosts don't like using the front gate. Sand and the box. People try all kinds of things in caves, rituals, prayers, even weird experiments. But this one was on a whole different level. A man in Arabic clothing sat in a cave, trying to summon something. He poured sand over a box on the ground and began speaking as if calling out to someone we couldn't see. Suddenly, the box moved, just a little, and then shut by itself. The person filming started reciting prayers, clearly shaken, but the man didn't stop. He pointed toward the cameraman, maybe telling whatever he summoned that someone else was watching. Then the box shook again, and a red hand came out from underneath. The summoner told the cameraman to stay calm, like this was all part of the plan. Superhuman strength. You know how in superhero movies, characters like Superman make it look easy to lift anything, even cars? Well, something like that happened in real life. Two guys were caught on video lifting a car with just one hand each, like it was nothing more than a balloon. It was nighttime, and they seemed to be casually moving the car, almost like it was part of their routine. Imagine that kind of strength, lifting a car like it's as light as a feather. Maybe Superman and his brother parked their car in the wrong space. Cloud cruiser. In Vancouver, Canada, it was nighttime and the sky was full of clouds. A person looked up and saw something super strange. A big, colorful circle in the sky. At first, they thought it was just some party lights, or maybe something from a nearby event. But then, it started moving. It had bright blue and neon green lights, and it floated over the clouds like it was flying. The way the clouds lit up was wild. Some netizens claimed this object was not from this world. A few suggested this was a UFO, or any other mysterious object. You decide. Push power trick. Some people lift weights. Others, they try to move things with their minds. Seriously, one person decided to show how they used push telekinesis, a one-time energy blast to move objects. The idea was to build energy using a breathing trick. Breathe in fully, exhale halfway, and repeat. Then, through meditation, they stored that energy. When ready, they focused and released it in one strong push. They even said feelings like frustration helped power the move. First, they tried it on a pen they felt connected to. Then, they talked to a trash can to build a bond before trying again. Wild or not, it was fun to see. Bike blink. Teleportation has always been a fun idea. Like, who wouldn't want to just pop into a new place instantly? This video was filmed in Penza, Russia, and posted online back in late 2012. It showed a few people casually chatting on the street. Everything seemed normal, until an old man on a bicycle suddenly appeared behind another man out of nowhere and calmly rode off. People who watched the video later said the cyclist might have been there the whole time, just hidden. Others thought it looked like a real teleportation moment. It's time for today's open discussion. Guardian angels. We hear about them all the time, but this one? It showed up on camera. A young girl in Charlotte had been very sick since birth, and during a tough time in the hospital, her condition got really bad. Doctors said they had done all they could. Her mom made the hard choice to stop treatment, but then something strange happened. A bright light showed up on the security camera near her room. Nurses and doctors gathered around the screen, emotional, and around the same time, the girl started getting better. A few months later, she was home, celebrating her birthday. The miraculous recovery of that girl left many believe she was visited by a guardian angel who must have saved her life. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.